Just a short little video, Catus Maximus here, but I really like doing these types of videos because it develops camaraderie with my viewers. Although being better at responding to comments probably be more effective, or maybe just as effective. But I recently did a toolbox review of a Kennedy 20-inch carpenter's toolbox, and somebody said that one of their, or not one of their favorite, but one of the boxes they liked and they had in the comments was a green Park box from 50 years ago. I happen to have a older green Park box. The name isn't particularly uncommon, and they're out of Grant Park, Illinois, and so hence why it's called Park. So they're not bad toolboxes. I've run into a lot of toolboxes, and this one actually kind of caught my eye just because it seemed like it was a pretty decent quality. 2 hinges, as well as a center locking hinge. And it's more of a standard size. This one is the model 702, and that would be another 20-incher. It's about the 20 inches by, this one's 7.5, and at the top of the roof is about 8 inches. These toolboxes are an average size toolbox. This one I happen to like for a couple reasons. Any decent toolbox will use a full-length piano hinge, but this one opens a little bit further than many others. Many others just sit right there, so this one just allows a little bit better access. And you can see I have rotary hammer bits in the top, so these are very heavy duty. I kind of like doing these reviews to show any decent toolbox will hold quite a bit of mass. What I liked about this one was the way the tray was separated to have separate smaller compartments on each side, so that definitely helps out quite a bit. Just because if you have smaller items, it kind of keeps them just a little bit more organized, and it's a different take. That tray probably weighs 25 pounds, and here's all my hole saws. One of the things I like is, like in the Kennedy, these are little pieces of angle that hold the top tray. There's 2 different styles of doing it. One style is where they have the piece of angle and it is simply just put on and welded onto the side of the toolbox. And then over time, as you get pressure on that tang, it starts to want to fold and curl away from the toolbox. It's not very good. What sets this Park apart, and what the Kennedy does, is this piece of tang is actually folded up this way and is integrated into the lip here so that it stays just a bit more secure, as well as providing more rigidity to the top lip of the box. So anyway, that was my short little video, and even with my Velcro shoes. But these old Park toolboxes, I wouldn't say are the best, but they're definitely a pretty decent toolbox, and they meet some of the qualifications, like the setup where it's just a little bit more sturdy and robust for holding the top tray, so I can put a bunch of weight in there. Another take on the top tray design. And then, of course, having at least 2 latch points. Although this one's a little bit bent, so that the toolbox stays nice and secure. One of the issues of, especially like 20-inch or wider toolboxes, is a lot of the cheaper ones will have still 1 latch in the middle, and it just allows each side of the lid to kind of wobble. It's not as secure. When you have a toolbox like this, that probably weighs more than 50 pounds, having the multiple latches really gives it a nice solid feel. You don't really feel any flexing. That's one of the nice things about the barn roof design, is not that it gives you a little bit more space, but has some chamfers so it's easier to get in and out of vehicles, etc. It's already kind of bent and pulled up, so when you lift up, when you have especially loaded toolboxes and you lift up on these, you really get some, you don't get much flex, so it feels real solid. I guess one thing I'll mention about this Park, which I actually just noticed right now, is if you look at the handle, it's not put into the center of the barn roof. So, and that's actually, even though I just noticed that now, you kind of know that when you feel the weight of a toolbox, kind of helps determine really the quality. Kind of like stereo equipment, at least the way it used to be until companies started just putting steel weights in audio equipment. This Park isn't too bad. Although, I would say don't pay too much if you find one used. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody watching and subscribing, and I do have fun when I get to share an experience, and maybe that person who commented on that Kennedy video actually has this very same Model 702 box, and it'd just be kind of neat to share that experience. And if you haven't subscribed to the Catus Maximus channel, please do. Until next time, Catus Maximus out.